All right, so welcome to the Bookmap webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap, and we're going to cover the order flow using Bookmap and any market that you guys want. That's what we do. It's forward-looking analysis. It is not hindsight because we can do that with order flow. That's one of the benefits is being able to read and understand the participants in the auction process. And therefore give insight to where we think price is likely to go next. All right, so let's jump in. Risk disclosure or general disclosure, all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss, is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Housekeeping. Bookmap Academy guys, I don't know if you signed up on Friday, but you have access now to it. It is the new trading journal add-on that we have. So it is I'm going to demo it today so you guys can get a feel for what it is. But this is it right here, the trading journal. If you're interested in getting access to this, use your phone, take a screenshot from the QR code and sign up to get access. All right, so and I'll demo it here pretty quickly here in just a few minutes. All right, so you guys can check it out. It will be available for everybody else soon. It is a beta right now, and for Bookmap Academy members and Blue Jacket participants in the competition, you guys get first access. So take advantage of it and check it out, and that's one of the benefits you get as part of the Bookmap Academy. So if you guys are interested in the Bookmap Academy, here's how you sign up. Go to bookmap.com, click on the More button, and then go to Community here, Bookmap Academy. And you can apply for it here and get access to this tool if you want as well. When you apply, you go through here and you can understand the steps. You can get Bookmap for free in here if you meet certain criteria and thresholds. It's a great program. It's a great community. It is a coaching and mentoring program, and it's all internal with the Bookmap team and coaches. All right, so if you're interested in that, take the screenshot here and then go sign up. All right, so let's jump in and take a look at the order flow here. Actually, I'm in the NQ right now, and was demoing a few things in here. This journaling tool was what I was demoing, in fact. We're starting to see a potential reversal here. Okay, we'll have actually it's pretty exciting stuff right now. We'll have this new course for you on a reversal. We'll add that into our strategies and setups course. Let me show you what I mean here from the Learning Center. If you go to bookmap.com and click on Education here. Okay, so it's the strategies and setups here. We're almost finished with it. Right now we have a continuation pattern, as you can see here. Soon we're going to have another heading in here for a reversal pattern, okay, and have some stuff in there for you. Yeah, that's and this is something that we're starting to see unfold as a reversal. Okay, it's key. So like right now, reading the live order flow right now, I'm looking for a little bit more buyers right up here at 303 or 304, and then I'm looking for a breakout, and I'm looking for it to come right up to VWAP or the swing right here at 311. Okay, why? Okay, well, look at the transition here in the order flow. Okay, it's right in front of us. And look at this area right here. If we look at a vertical line that I can draw in here. Hold on. Okay, right here. Okay, this is the transition that we're looking for. All right, so sellers, a little bit of buying, a little pocket, some selling though, more selling. Okay, a little bit of pocket here. of buying. Heavy selling in here, this would be kind of the head, right, of the head and shoulders. And then we see the transition from here over. You see buyers. And now we don't know yet. I mean, looks like some sellers are going to give it one last shot here and try to really hit hard here. But this might be creating the shoulder. Okay, the shoulder would be here from here's your shoulder across, looking at your shoulder here. Now we're back up here. Now we're looking for the breakout up into here. Okay, now it's not a trade recommendation, right? But that's what we're looking for in here, because we've got this transition in the order flow. This is really important to understand, and we've demoed this many times in the past. Understand, look at the bars, look at the volume dots, look at the liquidity, and it is a transition in the volume and the order flow, and there's our move. Okay, this is where you would consider taking partial profit up here. Okay, but it's pretty strong volume as well, so maybe we'll get continuation here and continue to break out up into the next swing or level of liquidity here, which would be this 320 level. Okay, reduce some risk though. Reversals are tricky, and it takes a while. Okay, and there can be a lot of back and forth. It's an area of distribution or accumulation, right? So we want to reduce the risk and look for the higher probability outcomes. All right, so anyway, guys, there's something to kind of lean on or understand. And like I said, we'll have it here soon in the strategies and setups here. Okay. All right, looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get it out to you guys. Now I have the trading functionality open here. The reason being is I wanted to demo this new product, and how you can get access to it. Right now, guys, I'm in simulated mode here, so just so you know, this is not any recommendations here in trading whatsoever. Right, and it's not a shadowing group in here or following at all. Okay? This is about reading and understanding order flow. That's what we're here for. All right, now if you have the latest version of Bookmap, come up to the up here to configure add-ons. Okay, and you'll see the trading statistics in here. And where is it? And you got to have it checked. Oh, please tell me I have it checked. I have to have it checked here. Where is it here? And I don't have it checked. Oh no. Thought I did. Okay, so you have to have that open, and once this is open in here, you start collecting some data from your trading. All right, so and once you have that data, what you can do is then go to our trading journal, and you can log in. And here it is. This is the beta version right here. Okay, now this was from Friday's action since I didn't record today's, which is kind of a pity. But anyway, this is what it's just a basic version right now. But this is what you get. This is all free and included with your Bookmap subscription. All right, so you see your biggest winner, your biggest loser, your total P&L here, and you basically choose the dates up here that you want, and then the total losses, my profit ratio, the profitable trades versus losing trades, my average win versus my average loss, and then here's my trade history here. Okay, this is my P&L history here that you can see, and that's it. It's very basic right now, but this is the foundation. We're going to build this out, and it's going to be quite extensive. in the near future. Right, this is, like I said, it's very basic, but get some access to this and go check it out. All right. So once we have this in here, it opens all sorts of doors to improve your trading and use it within the Bookmap Academy as well. All right. So yeah, just wanted to go through that. Yes, like I said, you got to have this trading statistics open in order to have that data filtered into this is a web product here, the Bookmap Trading Journal. Okay, so you need that. That's why you need the trading statistics open. All right, so let me see if there's any questions in here so far. I've been just kind of ranting here. Good morning, Mark and Alois. Morning, everybody. We're in Discord. Good morning, everybody. All right, Stephen, Alan, Caesar, Rob. Yeah, this is it really is a great tool. You guys have access now to it, so go check it out. Again, it's only exclusive for the Academy right at the moment. So if you want access to it, just go sign up for the Academy and get access. That's why we have it, so that you guys can get kind of the jump on things, play around with it, find some use case scenarios for you, use it in the Academy, show other people. It's a beautiful thing, right? So does it have the features that tell you how long? We're working on all of that, Alan. How long are you going to trade, your best instruments that you trade, time of day, all this kind of stuff is going to be put into it. Like I said, this is just the kind of nuts and bolts of it right now, and bare bones version. Okay, so it will be, you can see in the trading statistics add-on that I do have it open. Interesting. Okay, so I do have it open for the ES. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Thought I had it open. Okay, but I didn't take any trades in the ES, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so it still didn't record it. All right. All right, guys. Well, let's come back here and take a look at this reversal, potential reversal. Okay, and it's still potential reversal. Look at our vertical line here, the head right into high liquidity down here in the NASDAQ. And then look at the transition of the transactions from the left of the vertical white line, or a yellow line here, and to the right. There are more buyers in here. Okay, now how are those buyers doing? Where are those buyers transacting? I'm still looking for another retest to this VWAP up here, or this swing right up here. This is why we took profit up here as well, or potentially took profit. It wasn't a, it was just an example. It's not a trade recommendation. So, but this is how you protect yourself. Okay, we can go over a few trades that I took earlier as well, and this was a little too early. I was in way too early, but also still looking for kind of a move back up. But I took a couple of profits. I took a couple losses, I believe. Overall, though, if you start to get into the trade management and manage these positions well, you're even though you're kind of a front, or you don't see the nice transition yet in the reversal, using trade management is something is just so important that you can have kind of a lackluster day, or maybe not the greatest setups, but with good trade management you can come out okay. Then it's not an excuse, though. I mean, it's a skill to have, no doubt about it, and we're going to get a lot better at it in here. This is one of our goals, so especially with the Bookmap Academy, to really get into that trade management. Okay, it's secondary, though, to the setups. Okay, you got to take your setup first. Most important thing, you have to have something that is high probability. Okay, and then you need to learn how to take that trade, what it looks like, and take it again and again and again. Okay, now as you take that and you take your profits, and your losses on that, you should be positive though, okay, because you have an edge. Where you're really going to start to make money is when you start to leverage that edge, and that is through the trade management. And like I said, we're going to get more and more involved into that. Now, let's take a look here. This potential reversal pattern in here, well, we didn't even make a higher high here. We were just looking for the move up into here. We're still making lower lows, in fact. Well, this was the lowest here, but this just made a lower low here. All right, so how is this looking now? Well, this is what we need to see, is probably a move back up to about this 97 or maybe 300, and then we need to see a lot of buyers, a lot. Okay, otherwise, you can see we're kind of still in a downtrend here. We're looking for that transition in the reversal, the potential reversal, and didn't quite give us a reversal. So we're still trending down. Right? What's going on in here? Well, we can see we have some sellers starting to hit the bid into these levels here, and nice cluster of selling. So maybe this is just short-lived. Maybe this turns into the reversal pattern in here, or the distribution, and then we're looking for those sellers to come in now, hand over fist, and move it to lower lows. Okay, so let's take a look at this here, and let's look who's going to win this battle. So we're looking for sellers right here at 89. Okay, we have the order book on our side. Actually, look at this high liquidity here on the offer, and now we're just looking for our sellers here, and then we're looking for the move back down into this 80 level here, 280. And that would be lows of the day, cash session. Alan, if you want to help with some inputs in the trading journal, sure. I mean, that's what the beta program is about. We're looking for your feedback. It would be great. Yeah, Trader or Alois, like using two different PCs. Yeah, these are all great ideas. Yeah, I mean, you select the dates that you want, Alan. That's how you use it. All right, guys. Well, we're getting our buyers coming back in. Okay. Now, what is the likelihood of reaching back to VWAP? Yeah, it's not bad, but there's a lot of back and forth in here. Okay, we really need to see something. That we do see some support here at this 94 level here in the Nasdaq. We're looking. I got to see more buyers up here a lot, just at 300 or above, and then we can get that move up into 310 or so. Okay, so this could be potentially like a small continuation pattern right in here, right? That's what I'd be looking for. So we're looking for those buyers to reach up to this 10 level here. Here it is right in front of us, right? So let's take a look. Here's our consolidation. What are we looking for in here, Rob, in our consolidation? Okay, and this back and forth in here. What are we looking for? You know the answer. Trap traders, exactly. Right. So how many trap traders do we have? We have some. Look at the here right in here, right in here. Looks pretty decent even in here. Okay, even in here a little bit, but this is looking pretty nice. This is looking pretty nice. Now we're looking for the stop run to the upside in here. Okay, so now we've got the first initial kind of impulse move here. We've had a little bit of a pullback in here. We do have a higher bid. Okay, that's good to see. We're looking now for this. Maybe is the pullback that we kind of talked about. and they pulled that liquidity. I don't like to see that. Okay. Now we'd be looking for those buyers to curl back in, just up in here, okay, above 300. Okay, so here we go again, just below the swing. Now let's also answer another question. Look at this impulse move in here, and you know, it did a measured move of this range in here already, so it might be kind of done. We can also answer another question in here about this pullback. This pullback is pretty strong, right? So is this really what we're looking for? We're looking for an impulse move that is very, very strong with a very weak pullback. They were not getting that now. Now it was set up here previously, potentially, right? Even here is a pretty strong pullback. We'd be looking for the pullback to about here and then continuation, right? In fact, you might even say this, it already kind of did its flag pattern in here, which is, again, don't look so much for the flag. Understand the concept of impulse move, a bit of a break, impulse move. Okay, second impulse move. That happened already, and it already did a measured move. So, you know, maybe we're you know, looking at this wrong in here. We're looking, well, we saw support in the book in here, but they pulled. Okay, and now we've pulled back too far. So we still might get it. Obviously we know we haven't, right? But we'd be looking for maybe the bounce off of here, and maybe more buyers to come back in again after that move down to where it broke out from. We'd be looking for those buyers in here, and we didn't get it. Okay, so you know, we still have more sellers in here. Okay, we're not getting the reversal. We basically did get the measured move in here on this continuation pattern to the upside here. Okay, it was just this is our pullback in here. We're looking for a little bit bigger picture pullback in here, and then the move up into 10, but we didn't get it. All right, so anyway, move on, go to the next one. Yeah, the trading journal should have its own room in there to give feedback in. Okay, or I don't know, Dan, I think you maybe can help out on that one. I think Alois answered the question. Yeah. All right, so Rob, I know that was maybe a little confusing in here, but you see what I mean, though? I mean, we did it. It's not a very good flag pattern in here, or continuation pattern. It was like we're looking for, you know, when we really look for it and we really know is when that impulse move is super strong, and that pullback is pretty weak, and then there's more people lined up on the bid after that. Okay. Now we haven't even looked at our higher time frame in here, and let me close this up. Yeah, let's go, since it's Monday, let's go back and take a look at our higher time frame. Now we're back up here again. Okay, so this is like, you know, we're basically downtrending, but we're seeing just this kind of slight downtrend in here. Okay, in the bigger picture for today. Oh yeah, so let me jump over here. All right, so here we go. All right, so this was Friday. This was our we had the webinar on Friday, and during our webinar, it was some back and forth, and I can't recall us looking for this move. Didn't happen here. It actually did happen here at 11 o'clock. The bigger move here. 11 a.m. Up to the top of the range in here, and we got the continuation move here on the hourly. Okay, so I can't recall what we talked about during the webinar, but we started at 10 and we had some back and forth in here, and then I believe we were looking for buyers to continue on higher. I can't recall. What about today? What do we have today? Well, we have an inside day on the daily over here, and this is to be expected after a pretty big move. Okay, just look at the behavior in here typically. Okay, well, here's a big move and it actually continued on the daily, and then here's a big move and it actually pulled back quite a bit the next day, or here's the inside day and here's the move lower. And then you got buyers and you had an outside day and it kind of chopped again, and then you got the breakout, and then all of this action in here basically stayed contained within this area right in here, right, until we had the breakout here. And then again, look at after a strong move like this, see how it just kind of chops in here. And then we look for like this is exactly the same thing as a flag pattern on the higher time frame. Okay? Here's our strong move, our breakout, our pullback, and then our strong move again. Okay, so now what about today? Well, are we looking for that strong move? Yeah, basically we're still looking for it, but we're inside yesterday or Friday's activity. Okay, so we're not seeing it right now. And we're basically kind of just chopping around in here, right? So in fact, you can see the gap in here on the hourly or even on the 15-minute chart. Now that gap's been filled here on this 15-minute chart. You can see we opened up down here, and we see the move back up to here to fill the gap. All right, so well, what about the 15-minute chart in here? What do we see? Well, so far, yeah, I mean, you can say we're still bullish in here. The gap fill, we would anticipate some profit taking. We already got that, as you can see, and then we're back up here again, and we're finding buyers, and we just broke out a bit here. Okay, so now we want to look for more buyers up here. Can we get more buyers to come up to this swing or a high volume node in here? So somewhere around 51.45 to 51.50. Okay. And yeah, here, Alan, you can provide your feedback in here on this, right? So I'm going to do it later, but if this is for actually a new Market Pulse item. So here come our buyers, guys, hand over fist. I'm starting to hear it in Market Pulse, and this is kind of what we were looking for earlier, and we weren't getting it. Now we're getting it. Now we have our bigger picture approach as well, and we're understanding this order flow and transaction and structure a lot better. Okay, so we're back up here and we're finding buyers. Okay, great. So let's see if we can get continuation now. Right. So let's put some structure on here, and we're looking for continuation. We're looking for buyers again. There they are. So let's see them lift it to 15. Maybe they can break this small structure and go a little bit exponential here. Okay, and that would look like this, right? Now it's kind of tricky to look for that. You're looking for a lot of strength in that buying, right? That's what you want to see in here is those buyers. You want to see that bid up higher, and you want to see them continue. Now, are we going exponential in here? Yeah, starting to break this structure here. Okay, so where can we go? Well, maybe up to about 30. Yeah, this is a little bit longer term liquidity there. But we could, right? So now how would you want to play something like this in here? Well, a few things to consider. First off, this would be a good area to take some profit. Okay, because you were already up here, we've kind of just inched above the structure here, and we could get a pullback. We want to reduce the risk. Okay, we don't want to unless we see something really good up here, then we'd be looking to buy. Else we're looking for a pullback, okay, somewhere maybe back down to about this 10 or 11, 12 level here in the Nasdaq. Okay, so nice cluster of buying. Maybe it will continue, but this is where you really want to reduce some of your risk. If you traded it up to here and you're still looking for that exponential move, well, it's still doing it, but I would be reducing risk and taking some profit up here and then holding for the rest. Okay. Okay, because we're still looking for that exponential move here. And there we go. Okay, so we're up in that 30 level now. And let's zoom out a little bit and take a look at this here. Yeah, this is a great area for, according to the way that, my plan, this is a great area to take some profit. We might see it go a little bit higher here, 34, 35 up here. And then we have 50, the figure 350 up here. Okay, now we're getting a bit of slight pullback in here, but we never know, right? We might be able to, we might see, look at the exhaustion here, strong buying, exhaustion, some selling in here. And right now, no clarity right now. There's our exhaustion. Here's a little bit of selling. Here's a little bit of buying. So really no clarity right now. Yeah, you want to take a look at footprint? Sure. Horizontal delta versus diagonal delta. Okay. Hold on a minute here. Let me get to some questions. Morning, Ida. All right, maybe we can jump back to the S&P if you guys don't mind. It's up to you. So I've got a new version of this VWAP as well I want to share with you, but not now. All right, so just to let you know about that. In fact, I'm going to take it off the chart. And it should be off of NASDAQ as well. No, it's not. All right. All right, one thing before we move on, guys, look at this where we had drawn our vertical line here. Now that's in hindsight, but we were looking for it in real time. Okay, so now, and we weren't quite too sure. Like, here we were looking for that move up into this 10 and reducing some risk. Okay, we had the potential here as well. We covered this one and the move back up to this 10, and we didn't quite get there, but we had our cluster of buying. This is what's key, and this is where it's tricky in the reversals. Okay, what about the structures? They're still making lower highs in here, okay, and a lower low here, but we still know that there's a transition in here in the transactions. Okay, so we're still looking for that potential in here. And then at this point up in here, we started to align it. We finally looked at our higher time frame on the candlestick chart, and this made sense. Okay, so our buyers did come in, is what we were looking for multiple times in here. And then finally we get this transition, and look at the cluster here and look at the cluster in here. Okay, the bars and the dots. That's where we know that this is now unfolding. Okay, so we're looking for what? Rob, what are we looking for in here? Continuation. We're looking for continuation here. Okay, so here it is. Impulse move, pull back, and let's see if we can get it in here in the NASDAQ. Okay, we're seeing our buyers already up here. Okay, but it's not quite ready yet. Okay, so it might just turn into a little distribution and or little sideways action here. All right, we'll come back and take a look at this though, but it's looking, this move here is the impulse move that moved price away from all of this previous price activity here. Now, the question is, then this is a strong move, strong volume. I would look for buyers to still continue this move, right? And you know, we're going to get our mean reversion traders. They're coming in. They're going to try to move it back down into here where it broke out from in your high volume node in this area here, right? And maybe they will. Maybe they'll be able to do it. Okay? But this volume in here, there's no doubt about it. It moved price away from this area, and it is accepting above this previous area here. All right. So that much we know. Right, so we're still looking for continuation. Okay, now here is a small example. Trap traders down below the swing right here, sellers coming in, looking for our buyers now to move it right back up to here to 30, and then we might get our breakout at that point. All right, let's see if we get them, and then we'll go over to the S&P. Okay, what do we have in here? Well, we don't have a whole lot of buying yet, and we don't have a whole lot in the order book yet. Okay, to support this, there's a little bit now, a little bit coming in here on the bid. And it's not much. Yeah, see, we even made an equal high up here, and we have some buying up here. So this is all still in play. Let's see if we can get buyers right here, right now, and trade right up to 30, from 25 to 30. Okay, quick move is what we're looking for. Okay, we're not getting it. We're getting exhaustion. Okay, and then we're looking for those buyers to come up to here, and then we're looking for another impulse move. Okay, that's one scenario to go through. Okay, and the more likely scenario. And we're not getting it. That scenario is not unfolding here. Okay, it's still May, but you can see the exhaustion and some selling bringing it right back down. Okay, let's see if they come back in now, these buyers. Little cluster, here they come. All right, let's see, top of the range here. Again, looking for buyers, support on the bid at a higher level. And then let's see if we can get our move back up. Okay, there's no buyers there, none at all. Okay, retest some buyers. There we go. All right, buyers, let's see now. Let's see you move it back up to 30. Okay, what about the bid? Not really. Not a whole lot here on the bid. Okay, so it's less likely, but you know, there's a little bit on the bid. Okay, right in here. Okay, this is where we're really looking for our buyers now. We're up at almost 30. And not getting them. Tapesh, some good consolidation going on. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, we're still looking for that scenario in here, and we're kind of squinting our eyes, hoping that it unfolds. And that's not what we want to do. We want to be sure. We want the behavior in here to really dictate to us. It's like it's hitting us over the head. Like this is way better right now. See this? Okay, now we just need more buyers in here, and we're looking for the boost. Okay, this should be a quick move too, from here on up to about 35. Okay, 30 is our first area. We got to get through 30 on size. Okay, but see how this we see this move all the time in here. Like a cluster can't get through, sellers squeeze them to the downside. And in here, it's boy, we're looking for the potential right in here, and we didn't get it. We get sellers come back in. We're looking again for it here, looking pretty decent. Didn't get it. We come up here on some buying power. Now we're looking for it. Okay, take a screenshot of that, and this will be helpful here. Okay, we're still looking. Now we got an immediate pullback in here, but we're still looking for it, for going higher here. All right, now let's start to look for a potential measured move in here too. All right, where do we think this might go? I don't know, somewhere around this 38 looks pretty good. Okay, right now we've just gotten through our 30. Okay, we're still looking for 35 liquidity up here. And what happened in the recent price action here? Well, this is looking pretty paltry actually, guys. Like, to be honest, like, see the exhaustion here and here? This is not what we want. Right, so this is how you can start to reduce your risk in here. Okay, we're looking for this kind of volume in here to move it away again from this area here. And we're not getting it right now. All right, so what do? Take the scratch. Take the scratch trade. Okay, now this is just a consideration in here to reduce your risk. Okay, and that we're talking about small time frames in here, but it's the same thing on the higher time frame. Okay, and then you can avoid this, right? So this is a false breakout right now. Now it might turn into a bigger move and a bigger breakout. Right? We don't know. Right? How many times have we seen that? We get this kind of move like this, and then we come right back up here and we get more buying and we get our breakout. Alan, if you're looking for your mean reversion, sure. I mean, that's whatever. Maybe you want to detail that in your screenshot for the Academy. Okay. The only reason that I'm going on the continuation move here is because of this move here in the bigger picture. Okay. It moved away from all of this back and forth in here on strong buy volume. Okay. Again, we can look at this visual here, right? From transition from selling to buyers and the move away. So we're still looking for a continuation move. Could be a stop hunt. Typically, though, on a stop hunt, just kind of define this, and this is a good time to define this use case of a stop hunt. It doesn't matter if it could be, but if there's more buyers back up there, this isn't going to reverse. Like if we get more buyers, doesn't matter if it's a stop hunt or not. It's coming back up to that same level. We want to look for those buyers again. Okay? Because if there are, it doesn't matter. Like, it might have stopped some people out, but there's more buyers back at that price level, and we look for the continuation move. Okay, the stop hunt is irrelevant. It just means that there's lower time frame traders in this case getting stopped out. You mean like that maybe this is a stop run here, Tapesh, to the downside? Yeah, we can verify it here. I mean, it really is. This is our stop run up in here. Okay, it's not here. There's a few, as you can see. Guys, I'm testing a lot of stuff in here. I've got some new market pulse tools open and stuff, but we're not ready to show. Okay, so just so you know. In fact, I'd have to close them. One I can demo is pace of tape. Okay, it's not going to be available for a bit, but I can still demo it. Okay, where is it? Pace of tape, or let's go with the S. All right. Okay, so and this is looking at the pressures and well of the orders flowing through. Okay, it would be the similar if we took a look at our time and sales in here. Okay, and we're looking at the pace that this is going through. Like right now, look at this. You're seeing it just flow through here really quickly in your time and sales, right? So all these buyers up in here, now they're getting their stop run to the downside. So the pace of tape is doing the same thing here. It's just doing it in a very convenient small widget for you. This is great, right? So now that you can kind of see how it kind of alleviated now. All right, so now we're going to see if we get maybe some buyers back up in here. Okay, and try to move this back up higher. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, like you might want to use pace of tape along with, for example, let's look at volume pressure imbalance, or ES. Okay, here we go. All right, so these two together. Okay, so we're looking for the that volume to pick up on the buy side or sell side in here, and then we're also looking for this lots of orders to be flowing through. Okay, like in our time and sales, guys. This is an edge in here because you don't need to look over here at time and sales, right? You can get rid of this now, this column. You don't need it. You can just look at this in here. Right, and that's an edge because like you know, to be distracted by lots of different user interfaces in here, like not a good idea. I mean, like you know, correlated markets as well. Like you can use the market pulse tool in here. Okay, so we're going to look at our listen to our pace of tape in here as well. There's one nice thing here in the pace of tape is right now it's under reconstructed tape, meaning like if an order goes through for, let's say, 100, but you know, it's the way that event unfolds is with it's one order, right? But the other side of the trade is going to be maybe a lot of ones and twos, or you know, orders that are getting filled. Okay, well, you can look at individual trade events in here as well if you like. Okay, so you'll really hear the flurry of activity in here using this pace of tape. Okay, so we'll look for that or hear that. All right, look at our sellers come in. All right, so this was not what we were looking for, but we're getting it. Okay, and Alan, you are getting your mean reversion traders now. Okay, and this move in here is kind of turned in, well, you know, kind of turned into a distribution in here. Okay, we were still looking for a continuation because of this strong move, but you know, we had our the opposite started to unfold. It's done its measured move, in fact. So we can take a look at that. Let me get rid of all these drawings. Okay, so we have something like this, right? And this move is finished. Okay, it came almost down to where it broke out from. The measured move is finished, I should say. Okay, so again, now we can look again for buyers back up in here. Okay, or are we going to accept in this range now, this new range? Okay, well, let's look at our bars and within this range in here. Let's look at our bars and our dots. Okay, right now, sellers are completely dominating this move here. Okay, from 320 down to 310. And look at the buying in here. It's pretty minuscule. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get more buyers in here. Yep, I'm looking for it right back up to here. More buyers. We have the kind of impulse move that broke this little range right here. Okay, so and then we have this little move in here with more buyers. Okay, so we're looking, and we just had some exhaustion here, so we're looking for those buyers in here. Just a little bit is all we got, and we might get another one. No, let's see if we can get it, and then a move right back up to here. So this is a range within a range in here. Okay, our bigger range, we got all sorts of ranges. Our bigger range was up in here. We broke down, sellers in control. We had this little small range in here that we broke, and we are accepting higher still so far. So we're looking, and we know that there's more buyers in here. Now this is all fractal, so this is why we're looking for the move back to 320. Okay, so hope that makes sense. That was pretty quick, but you guys, you know, we've been going over this for quite a while, so should be pretty clear. Got our strong move here on the sell side, and then they're in control up to this 320, but there's a test to 320, and we have a smaller little move in here, and we see the buyers, so we look for the move back up to the top of the range. And there we go. There's the move. Curious to see now, like, again, the bigger picture here, okay, for the day at least, is this is our strong impulse move, right? So, you know, even though we see the sellers come in here, this is still on. We can still get up here and break out. Okay? It's not until this area down here is broken in the structure that we would think differently. All right, so now can the buyers move it right back up to about 330 is what we're looking for. Okay, and then can they break out from 330 up to about 340 or 350? Okay, it's looking pretty good momentum there. And what about our pace of tape and our volume pressure? I just heard some selling coming in. And there's some buying though. Now that's the ES. So let's jump over to the ES. Okay. Okay, there's our, again, volume pressure. Nice on the buy side. Pace of tape though? Nope, not much there. Shark Blue. Okay, let me get back to your question. And understanding this, I think you're still in here, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get back into the footprint chart. Okay. All right, come back up here. There's our footprint. There it is. Okay. All right, so background type. All right, let's go with the histogram here. I'll go with this one. Histogram for you know, buyers and sellers. Okay, sellers on the left, buyers on the right. And then we want to look at the type here of footprint. I have it as time right now, but we will also take a look at the let's see, where is it? Footprint type here, horizontal delta. Okay, so here's the difference, and show text. All right, so horizontal delta is showing you the okay, so first let's go through one. Buy my times sell. They're across from each other. Okay, it's not diagonal. Okay, buyers versus sellers, basically. All right, so I hope that makes sense. At the same price level, how many buyers, how many sellers, how many buyers? Okay, and then we have the summation, which is one number, is buyers plus sellers. Okay, and it's only one number, right? So you might want to use a different background type, like you know, your histogram. This is the one I've been using, which I kind of like. But anyway, find out, you know, whatever works best for you. So that's the summation. Horizontal delta is going to be one number, but it's going to be the delta of buyers and sellers right across from each other. Shark Blue. Okay, that's what it is. Now, the diagonal delta is the buyers minus sellers from the bid to the offer. Okay, so that's it. So this number is repeated back over here. Okay, so there's your delta between the two, and then the delta between these two. Okay, so you're starting to understand, like you know, where the delta is diagonally here. That you know, you'll start to, you know, look for, like up in here, you can see that the delta is negative up in here. Okay, now that's from this from this price action, yeah, up into here. So interesting. Okay, so there, now it looks better. Something looks a little off to me as well, Shark Blue. So I'm not sure what to tell you in here. There's some discrepancy in here between the dots and the it looks like it to me. Okay, between the dots and the delta bars in here. Yeah, so not sure what to tell you there, but you can see how the delta is playing out here, right? You know, it's we see the sellers coming in. Okay, so and we're back down to the bottom of this range in here. So again, and now we have positive delta here. Okay, I guess it makes some sense in here because it's buyers again, and it's diagonal that we're looking at here. So we had a positive number in here. We see 180, or I'm sorry, this 131 in here. So you know, down at the bottom of the range in here, and we're getting positive number, looking for maybe a quick pullback in here, even though we have this pretty strong selling delta to the downside. At this point in here, like you know, we can look for that because we had a positive number down here. We can look for that pullback here. Now here's our retracement back to here, and we see strong delta. Okay, here's where we're looking for it to break. Now what about the order flow in here? So I'm looking for these sellers to try to break it down to like this 38 level here. Okay, it looks pretty good. Okay, so here we had our positive delta. We had a little bit of a pullback. Makes sense. Come back down. We see negative delta again at the bottom of this range. We're looking for the sellers to try to explore down to this 38 level here. Okay, so buyers just hanging in there, still trying to fight it here. If they can't break this structure, we should see some really good selling here at 39.5. And then a 1.5 move down to 38 or 37. Yeah, there's some exhaustion, so I'm looking for it, and it should be a nice quick move here. Okay, so unless we get tons of buyers up here, and then we get a reversal away from that. That's what we were talking about earlier in that reversal pattern, potential reversal pattern. We're drawing up the vertical line and looking for that shift, right? So we're still seeing the buyers are, we didn't get that shift, or we're starting to get that shift here, because right in here is looking good for it to drop, and then here they're fighting it. Sellers could totally take this down hard. They didn't show up. Okay, now this is where we can look at the order flow to help us though a lot. Well, the liquidity was down here. That's good. Okay, do we have liquidity over on the offer on this side at a lower level? No, we didn't. So you can see how buyers can lift it back up into these levels up in here. That's why the order book's so important. Okay, this is what Stan goes over all the time, coaching. Okay, and it's so important. It's such a simple thing, but we can look for a such higher probability outcome if we have the order flow aligned with this direction. Otherwise, it just gets kind of sloppy, and you get some back and forth. Right, so that really can help us. Stan, yeah, no, your message is so clean and clear. I really appreciate it. And look for the order flow to support your trade idea. Okay, because our idea down here was in the footprint. We had a footprint idea here, or concept in the trade. Okay, we're looking for it to unfold in footprint, but we disregard the order flow. And look what happened. We get buyers that are coming in instead, and they're filling this area in here that's all dark because there's no or very little liquidity here. Okay, now we're up here, and we do see liquidity up here. Okay, so now we're looking for exhaustion, and right on cue there, look at this high liquidity here. This is getting interesting. All right, high liquidity in here on the offer at 42.75. Now they're on the bid here too. So there's a battle going on in here. Okay, on the bid, on the offer, high liquidity in here. Right, so now what kind of insight do we have right now? Not much. Right, I see buyers and sellers up here. It's a battle. I want some sort of distinct or edge in here to see an imbalance. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting to see those sellers come in. Okay, now this guy's pulling here, so sellers should be able to bring it back down to at least 40 or back down to the bottom of this range. Okay, 39 and 3/4. Right, so we had a little confusion in the back and forth up here. Now the sellers come back in and it's dark here, right? So sellers can bring it right back down to the bottom of the range. This is how we get these range bound environments in here. We saw this on Friday a lot, actually. And we weren't sure. It was like, well, we're not really sure. We think it's going to go this way to the upside, but or was it to the downside? It doesn't matter. But when we have a skew in the order book and a reaction from the traders, the aggressors in here, there's more alignment, and that's what we look for in the order flow. Shark Blue, did I answer your questions on this footprint? Yeah, it looks like I did. Okay, great. Yeah, play around with it. There should be some you'll find what works for you. I have been finding, to be honest, like that the footprint chart is, and now it's up to you, right? Especially you footprint guys. There's a few ways to do this. I hate it when this happens. So there's a few different ways to do this in here. Maybe you want to open up the instrument copy. Okay, you can do that in here. Let me turn it on first. Instrument copy, just turn it on here. Okay, and here it is right here. And maybe you want to turn on your footprint here. Okay, you can do that. I think it's just doing that. Yeah, there we go. It's already configured. So you can look at it maybe this way. So I just have best or last transaction here, last price, and then I have my footprint chart, and I have my heat map on here, but it's pretty muted, right? So I can now look at my footprint, and maybe you don't even like the color of the this is too bright in here. Well, you can go up to color settings here, and our last price in here, let's just click on that and let's make it gray. There we go. All right, and you can have a copy like this. Okay, then you can drag and drop this onto another monitor if you like, and you've got your footprint chart. Okay, you've got your delta down here as well, but you can still look at your ES and your volume dots and your structure in here. Okay, because here's the drawback. Where's the structure, market structure in the footprint? Okay, we can't see it as not nearly as nicely as we can in Bookmap. Right, so that's a we're getting kind of the best of both views in here. Maybe you want to try this configuration, something like that, and you've got the heat map too. So it's beautiful, right? Let's just close that though, and then another way the way that I have been kind of playing around with this footprint chart and using it is not using footprint here. I'm sorry, using footprint here, but showing background type of none and not displaying the text. So I do not see it on the chart. However, I do have the delta here. Okay, and those settings are down below here. Show the bar stats here. Okay, you can also show the legend here if you like, the delta, or check your boxes in here. It's these whole list here of max delta, pullback delta, etc. Right, I'm interested in the delta, sum of the bid, sum of the ask, and then sum of all trades. So this way I can get kind of an idea of who's in control. But the most important number is the top number for me. It is this box here, delta. Okay, so now I have it here, and we talked about this on Friday a lot. And putting this together within your trading plan of over time, what is the delta? Okay, we have the price structure and we also have the delta here. Okay, this is a good way to lean on all of this data in here for the potential move that you're looking for. Okay, because look at all this negative delta in here. Right, so in fact, I want to get rid of the legend. Right, now here's this a little bit of positive delta just now, just a little bit. Okay, so actually I'm looking for more sellers in here and for them to trade right back down here because I know it's mostly negative in here. So I'm looking for the continuation lower here. Now, what else do I have though? Okay, so that's good. I have that information in here. But what about the order book? Well, I see them on the bid here, and here they are again, here at 40 on the bid. Okay, well, what's the aggressor appetite like? Are they going to take it on and trade through it? Okay, they just traded into it. Okay, we need to see them trade through it. Okay, if I get another dot down here, red dot, delta dot, sell side, I'm looking for them to trade on lower, and maybe they can hit our 38 level down here. Okay, that would be the scenario. That would be the trade idea, and it would be leaning on this delta in here and pressing down into these lower levels. And now the order book is still kind of a little iffy. They're still here a bit, and we just traded into this liquidity here, which absorbed it. I mean, it traded through a little bit, but you can see we didn't trade through yet. Now see the order book in here, right? So is this a really quality idea then? Maybe not. I do see a little bit of higher liquidity up in here around 42, 41 3/4. Here's a little bit higher liquidity on the offer at 41 now. Okay, getting interesting. Right. So anyway, this is how you can make this into a higher probability or potential move here. It's by understanding this delta in combination with the order book. All right, let me get back to questions. Map is lit. Yes. Oh, cool. All right. So yeah, play around with it, trader. I think you're going to find like some sort of configurations in there, some way. I mean, if you're using multi-monitor or something else. There's one thing I don't like, the way that it kind of hides the volume delta bars down here, because now I'm looking at the delta numbers instead of the bars, right? Whereas before it was all graphical representation. So I still kind of lean pretty heavily on the delta bars in here in Bookmap. I like them a lot. So I like to compare them in a different visualization compared to the dots, right? So look again here, guys. Now we've got delta aligned with the order book here. So now we're looking for the break. Okay, here they come here. Chest to the bottom of the range. It is transacting here, and now we're looking for the break into this liquidity down in here. Okay, so now our trade idea is now we're more aligned here, right, for this trade idea. Okay, we're leaning on something in here in the delta, as well as finally something a little bit more in the order book to help us. And then these transactions were just starting to take place here. So now we're looking for the move lower. Okay, now like we said, we never know. It might be a false breakdown and buyers come in hand over fist up in here. Okay, so how do you handle it? Right, well, reduce your risk. And now it's risk management. The trade idea is on. Okay, but now it's risk management. And look at that. It's all over the place. Okay, we just had a nice move to the downside and an equal move right back to the upside here. Okay, so that was a kind of nasty move there. All right, so how do you deal with it? Reduce your risk. All right, so we got a move down to we didn't get to 38. So how do you deal? Take the scratch. Like this is not normal here to see this. Okay, now I would just say it's maybe a little more normal as we're approaching the close of the European session, but you probably heard it in YouTube, this quick move to the downside and then equal an even stronger move to the upside here. Okay, and it doesn't typically happen like that. Okay, you can see some battling still taking place here on the offer, and we're back down here again. Okay, so what do you think of it now? I don't know. I'm still kind of looking for it here. I still see that it's transacting here, but after this activity here, I know that there's a lot of players going, or doing different things in here, and the battle is kind of on. So I don't know if this buyer is going to come in here again, right? Order flow wise, yeah, I'm looking for the move into this 38. It made it. We see on the offer in here. High liquidity. They made a lower high in here. We see more sellers in here. Okay, we'd go with that, but due to the time here and the European session close, it's something to consider in the equation here. God, I should not use equation. It's something in the setup, okay, as criteria. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up. I'll have some other things to show for you tomorrow. But again, for those of you in the Bookmap Academy, you will have access to this new trading journal tool. That up again. Okay, right here. So you'll take your screenshot here and get your trading journal and start to play around with it, and start to take some trades, start to fill it out, and we'll go over it in the Bookmap Academy meeting on Thursday as well. If you guys are interested, you'll need to sign up for the Academy to get it. But it's available if you're a part of the Academy, right? So we do that on purpose. It's by design. The Academy members, get first access. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, hit the like button there. Give us a thumbs up. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming.